If you're old enough, you may remember an MTV commercial from the late 80s, maybe early 90s, about a guy sitting in a chair, kind of messing with his nails, maybe, basically saying MTV's paying him to sit there and do absolutely nothing. It was an event without a message. I remembered it to this day. I put the white label Stop Work out there to show that Stop Work, I think, somebody started somewhere. Earliest I can find is 3 Mile. Maybe Karsten would know better. But it spread like a white label does, looking for traction. It got traction. Everyone soaked it up. They kind of put their own spin on it, maybe what the verbiage is, who signs the back of the card, you know, the exact language of if it's stop work authority, or something else. But Stop Work, my impression has been that it is a message without an event. I brought this sticker up in the last video. It's one of my chief stickers, I think, that I like a whole lot. What we're trying to do is we're trying to have a message with an event. So when you see something like this, it's going to bring about the message as well as the event of what's going on here, seeing this sticker. But it's going to be on equipment, hard hat. When we get the new hires, I'll ask them. New hires usually pass through me if I'm here and available. And I'll ask them what their experience is in the plants, and, you know, turnarounds. What are hazards like on turnarounds? You walk outside, what do you see? You see hazards everywhere. Why are the hazards there? Well, there's questions I'll ask them. They'll say, because no one feels responsible to clean them up, to take care of them, to fix them. That's what I highlight here. A lot of these stick figures here, they're in autopilot. Hazards are part of their job, part of their everyday. They walk past it, they're used to it. They don't even notice it. Some of these guys, they do notice it, but they don't believe it's their job. They believe it's somebody else's job. Or they're too busy, they can't get to it right now, they'll get to it later. Whatever the reasons may be. But the hazards don't stay that way forever. This is where I ask them, you know, how do the hazards usually get addressed? Well, one way is you usually have somebody who does take care of it, somebody who stands behind his responsibility. Whether it's a laborer, supervisor puts some money in, or a plant manager that gets a whole bunch of people in it. The other way a hazard may get fixed is through an incident. And that's where the no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible comes into play. I give them this example. We're working at a client. It's an easy client, easy safety. It's a fab shop. Everything is laid back. They get a new guy that we just hired. This guy's good to go, experienced, seems like he's on the ball, have good expectations. Send him out to our regular tech. The regular tech is out there. It's like there's nobody around, everything's easy. This new guy starts working without his gloves. Our regular tech thinks it's alright, I don't need to say anything to him, this is a light job, he's not going to get hurt, everything's fine. And he doesn't get hurt, everything is fine. The new guy though moves on to his next job. He carries with him that thought that, you know what, I guess it is okay if I work without my gloves. I'll keep doing it till someone says something, because I like working with my hands, and a lot of people do. That guy gets bit on the next job, gets a cut, gets a pinch, bruise, something happens. When the information filters back to the tech he was just working with, he's probably going to think that, hey, that's too bad, hey, bummer. But he's probably not going to think that he played a role in that. This is what I'm trying to highlight. He's one of the snowflakes saying, hey, I wasn't part of that avalanche. I try to highlight that he is part of that avalanche. He's part of the culture. He's part of the setup. He helped establish it, as I do, as our management does, as all of our techs in the field do. We're part of a culture, just like we're part of a culture when we go out to the plants, to the facilities that we work in. Each one is different. To an outsider, they all look the same. It's industrial. When you're working in them every day and you're traveling and bouncing from one to the other, different cities, different states, you recognize that there is a difference in the cultures, and you appreciate one client from the next because of their culture, because of how they highlight safety. We're trying to make a difference in our company. Some of these are just awareness. They're just stickers, just like Coke or Pepsi or Levi or Starbucks, Nike, Adidas, whoever. They may just have their logo somewhere. They may sponsor something because they want people to see it. They want people to remember it. They want it to be part of their everyday. Hey, Coke is a part of my everyday. where Nike is a part of my everyday. We want stop work to be part of someone's everyday. To where if it disappeared, if they weren't thinking about it, if they weren't using it, they'd say, hey, what happened to stop work? We have in a message, an event, and we have lots of these. We have 135 consoles, 6 ways that we're at least trying to cover. We're going to be coming up with a lot of stickers, hopefully a lot of messages. This is still in process. It is still an experiment, but it's something that I want to share. I want to get the thought out. It helps me to think, helps me to develop, helps us to see the direction that we want to go when we actually start rolling all this out. Right now it's just hard hat stickers, but we want to get it on the equipment. We want to make stop work a part of the guys' lives. We want it to be little events with messages, each one different, each one hopefully interesting, each one hopefully meaningful, but at the very least there'll be the awareness. This is where we're trying to go, this is what we're trying to highlight, and this is what I'm trying to share. Stop work is still in the plants. I know it has a dark cloud over it with some people. I'm still not following completely why I understand management uses it wrong. I don't have that experience. We don't have that experience. That's not how we use it. We want people to use the stop work, and if they don't use it, we want to find out why they're not using it. And we want to encourage them too. It's not a club to beat somebody over the head with. So, it's kind of my message for this video. Just dipping my toes into still making videos. Getting comfortable with it.